What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
And welcome to the show.
There it is. So if you have not already, please go back and listen to Monday through Wednesday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There it is. Where we talked about Monday's episode. We covered how almost 500,000 people, Japanese people, lost their PII on a USB stick. Tuesday, we discussed CERT India and how their aggressive timelines of reporting within 6 hours of an incident. And every attempt at a cyber attack is driving companies out. So we have a bunch of VPN companies who have left India. They do not do business there any longer, and just how that might be a foot in the door and things might start rolling in a bad direction potentially. So definitely tune in that one. Wednesday, we have a discussion about 2 new bills passed by the administration. One dealing with rotating the federal workforce in cyber, and the second one being more aid from the federal government to local government when it comes to cyber and cyber attacks. So definitely tune in for that one. And today is everything but cyber. The only cyber thing I will mention is I'm putting myself on the hook, and this might be a bad look come next episode, but I'm taking a certification test this afternoon. I'm not feeling so confident, but I think it's important that we share our failures as well. I'm not trying to speak into existence, but I don't know about this one. I've not put the time in that I need to put in. Unfortunately, I've been trying, but between taking vacation and getting situated back at work, it's not gonna be a good look. But again, that's the only thing cyber related. I'm taking the test later.
Which one is that one?
So I'm taking Azure Fundamentals AZ900, okay. And man, I'm not feeling good about it. Like,
yeah,
I read the book, I watched the videos, but I need more practice tests under my belt. I just did not get enough practice tests in, so I'm only halfway through the first one, and I'm just like, it's not looking good.
It's all right though. You said this one is this one covered, or did you pay out of pocket for this one?
No, this one's covered. But
this one's covered.
I'll have to pay out of pocket to take it. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being realistic, right? Because you always see people just post all their wins, like, "Oh, I got these 20 certs. I did that." Like, no, I'm gonna tell you, I take an L.
Right.
But I should have done better, and this is why. So I'm praying I could just squeak through, and then I'll be hardcore for the next one, because I want to take AWS equivalent of their fundamentals one as well. But this might be a little setback.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to give you any would you say, change?
You're gonna do the guile when he gets knocked out. You're gonna be like, when you see the result.
Right. I going into the practice, I was like, okay, I think I got it. And then I started taking the practice test. I'm just like, I ain't got it. And I can't push it anymore. I have to take it today.
Right.
I'm like, oh man. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I hope it's not as hard as a practice
good
test.
Luck.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Sure. I appreciate it. It's just different, right? Like learning the vocabulary, and then just the different. I've never taken a Microsoft test before, so their style of test is just different than what I'm used to. Not bad. It's just you need to practice these things, and I did not practice enough, in my opinion. And typically, I take like 3 or 4 practice tests before I take the real thing. Not this time. I just couldn't squeeze it in. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes down. If anything, it's a learning experience, right? And I'll go back into it better than ever.
Right.
But we will see. But with that being said, how's everybody's week? What you guys been getting into?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been, this week has been, I think, relatively quiet, but I'd say like over the course that we were kind of disconnected, we were offline for a little bit, relaxing for the summer break. Got to get some gaming in, got to get some shows in for sure. I have like a list of stuff that I got through, but I was able to finish off Trek to Yomi on the
Okay.
Xbox. Trek to Yomi. I think you talked about that one before.
Yeah. I started.
Finished
I
that
didn't
one.
get a chance to get through it. Okay.
Yeah, I got
Was
to
it
that
long?
one. It's not that long. No, it's like I want to say it's like a 5-hour game.
Oh, okay. So I'm probably like halfway through.
Yeah, it's a pretty short game. It's not that long. But it's pretty interesting. They did a good job on it. It's, good for like an indie game, indie style game.
Right.
It's not like I know it didn't have like a big budget. It doesn't look like it had like a huge budget on it, but they definitely did a good job on it. And then I finished that one. I finished off the Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Okay.
Finish that one off and finish off the, grabbing the shirt and throwing the button up. And like, he did that like quite a few times towards the end of the game there.
Okay.
And it was good. It was pretty hot. Good story. Good action. And like I said, they switched it up. It's more RPG style. You click items, you build up your characters, get leveled up. I enjoyed that one. I finished off Doom Eternal. That was been on my queue for a little bit now. It came out back in like 2020, I think.
Yeah.
But I finished that one off. That was really good. There's another one I finished. Echo Generation. It's like another kind of indie style game. It's like an RPG. Like it's on Xbox on a Game Pass. But it's pretty much like it has elements of very like Stranger Things. It's very like Stranger Things like. And so it's like a kids like are in a like in this town, and then like some aliens start showing up, and I don't want to reveal too much of the story, but
okay,
it gets into but it's really good. They had a couple kind of jump scares in the game, which like kind of got me, kind of made me like, that kind of thing. Like, oh wait, what was that kind of thing? But it was a good game, good experience. And I started playing, what's it called, Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
Between dimensions, something like that, whatever the something Rift or something like that.
Yeah. Oh man,
I forgot the PS5 one. Yeah, something Rift. But that's been good. I've really been
Rift
they
Apart.
Have like, Rift Apart, right?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
It's really good. It's they definitely have like a high production value in that. The graphics look amazing. And then they included some of the they have some things you can do with the joystick, or like I've got some of the things, like obviously like some of the sound comes from the controller, then some of the effects.
They all have alternate fires from the controller.
Right. And you can feel like the tension.
Trigger pulls. Yeah, you get the different
You can feel like the tension. Yeah. It's pretty legit. I've been enjoying that one quite a bit. I only played it one time, but I played it for like, I want to play like, I want to say like 6 or 5. No, not that long. It must have been like maybe around like 3 to 4 hours. I played it straight. I was just like really enjoying it. So I was like, dang. I was playing like Shannon was playing. What was it? Horizon Zero Dawn. I know you were digging that one.
I was.
Yeah. But enjoy that. I got caught up on Stranger Things. Speaking of which, I mentioned that earlier. Caught up in the latest seasons. It was good. I know they it's like a one of those kind of mid-season finale breaks or whatever.
Right.
So they have like the next half coming out, I think in July.
July 1st.
Yeah. So I'm gonna catch that up. Check that out when it comes out. And then there was a few other shows that I watched.
What about Ms. Marvel?
I watched Ms. Marvel. I think it's just okay. It's definitely not like, I know Shannon's not gonna like it, first of all, because I barely put, kind of like I barely put up with it, I'd say. Like it's something to watch. It's like I like to just see all the stories. I gotta watch it just to see what happens and see what it's all about. Give it a chance and just it's interesting enough. I think I like that it's different from a lot of other Marvel shows and other shows in general, because it represents a lot of the I guess Pakistani like, was it Muslim, I guess, like characters that kind of get to see a little bit more of their culture, see more of the background. I think that's what it is. It's more of like, it's less like action, less superhero stuff going on compared to, I think, a lot of the family stuff going on.
Right.
So it gets a little bit more like, I guess, drama and just like day in life. I think that's what they call it too, like in the title's like a slice of life or something like that, or coming of age story type thing.
Right.
So it's very, very much like that. It's not like Doctor Strange, whatever the latest.
Multiverse of Madness.
Right. So it's its own thing. But I've been watching it, checking it out. I watched the Obi-Wan, the final the finale that happened, like I guess this past week, which was I think it was okay. I think it was a decent series. I think I'd appreciate it more if I was really a hardcore Star Wars person. I think the finale was okay. I like that they had the conflict between Vader and Obi-Wan, and I thought that was pretty cool. Some of the stuff that happened there, but maybe it could have been a little bit more spicy, maybe a little more action throughout the series. It's kind of like I see Shannon shaking his head. Yeah, it's kind of like it could have been like a little bit more action packed to kind of keep the intention. But I think it's kind of cute the thing they did with Leia and just that the relationship between her and Kenobi. And then what else was there?
The Boys. I think you were watching
The Boys. Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm digging it. I'm liking it so far.
Right.
I've been. I think I'm in episode 3. I think I watched half of episode 3, but then I had to stop. But it's I enjoy it. I like that series. I think it's one of my favorite series that's come out in a while, I think. But I don't know if I know Shannon's been asking us about it. If we like the latest season, I think it's because it's so crazy. It's so real. Like it really catches my attention. It's definitely like I don't think there's like a moment in the show that I'm like, oh, this is so boring. I'm like I can look off and do something else.
Right.
Because you probably miss something good. Because it's got like a lot of like I don't know, even when it's not like action stuff going on, when people aren't getting their heads like lasered in half or stuff like that, it's got some dramatic stuff going on with the characters and the interactions and like talking to each other. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. I think I had some other stuff I watched, but I'll turn it over to you, Shannon. See what you've been up to, man.
So with The Boys, my thing is I kind of think of it like what Jay-Z said to Nas, right? It had a spark when it started, but now it's just garbage. Like I watched the first season, right? And like the beginning of the first season, I was just like, wow, this because like within the first 5 minutes, somebody gets ran through, right? And it's like,
right.
Oh,
like literally,
yeah,
it explodes on contact.
Yeah. And so like the first few episodes, I was just like, okay, because they captured one of them, right? And had them
Right.
it was good, but like the end of the first season, I was kind of like, I don't know. And then like the very end of it, I was like, okay, that's different. And then the second season, I only got like halfway through. That's why I keep asking, because I'm like,
Right.
pretty good, but y'all are just like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean?
I'm down for it. I didn't even know you watched that much. I was asking the other day if you had watched it, but I forgot that you had watched some of it already.
So not the third season.
Not the third season, but okay.
I've got halfway through the second season.
So you got like halfway through it so far. Okay.
And like even with the second season, I had watched up to like season 4 and stopped. And then I kept hearing people talk about it. And I was like, maybe I'm missing something. And I watched another episode and I was like, no, I'm not missing anything. Like I'm not really more into it. But yeah, nah, man. Like yeah. It's not for me. And like the thing is, I like the violence that they have in it. You know what I mean? The stuff they have, right? Like it's crazy. Some of the death scenes they have and whatnot. I'm just like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Who thinks of this stuff? Like something is wrong with this writers, right? To think of some of the stuff they think of. Like those are the ones that need to be put on a list and watched. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it's just not for me anymore. Miss Marvel, I think it's the whole teenage angst thing that I just can't get down with. Like, I don't need to be watching that. You know what I mean? Like, not that I don't need to be watching. I don't care about it. Like the stuff about, the wedding and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, that's interesting to see, right? To see the cultural stuff from it. I don't have a problem with that. But then all of a sudden you don't know how to tell people stuff. And, I don't know what to say. And it's like, be an adult now. You know what I mean? Like,
but she's not an adult.
When you have powers, you need to adult up. That's what needs to happen. You need to adult
like automatically.
Yeah, like, I don't get it. Yeah. It's not really doing it for me. I did notice in the last episode. Actually, I had someone tell me, and I had to go back and watch it again. There is a Shang-Chi reference in there. I don't know if you guys caught that. If you watched the last episode, Ryan, are you watching Miss Marvel or no?
Yes. I'm caught up. I watched all of them. I don't remember the Shang-Chi. reference?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
So they didn't speak it out loud, but in the beginning of the episode, you remember what they were doing? I'm trying not to give away any spoilers. There's a view where they look down on them where they are in the very beginning when they do the flashback. And if you look around them, there's 10 rings around them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I got to go back now. Yeah, I got to go back and look at it. Okay.
Yep. They're standing right there on it where there's 10 rings.
Oh, okay. I did see a part of it where they had a reference, like Easter egg to the Hawkeye. They had a truck that had I think it was actually towards the credits, but what's the thing? The truck.
Yeah, the something bro. Yeah.
Yeah, the something bro movers, trust us bro movers or something. I forgot what they were. But they had that truck roll by. It's like, oh damn, that's from Hawkeye.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
I saw the little Easter egg, but yeah, I didn't see the 10 rings reference.
Yeah, so they had that in there. Somebody told me about it, and I was like, I didn't notice it the first time.
Okay. I gotta go back and look at it. Yeah,
it's real quick. Like it's all of 4 seconds maybe. So like if you're not really looking for it, you won't really see it. But it was okay. Obi-Wan, I'm with you, LeVon. Like I was just kind of like, I have watched the Star Wars stuff. So when I say I watched the Star Wars stuff, I've watched like the main movies. I haven't watched the series, right? Like the animated stuff and all of that. Like I haven't watched any of that. But like I've watched the 9 episodes. I've seen Rogue One. I've seen Solo. And I'm like, okay, I could watch it. But yeah, this one didn't really do it for me. But the conflict was the best part, right? It's just like, okay, well, Obi-Wan, you didn't stay out of the game for too long, did you? Like it all came back to you. You know what I mean? But it wasn't really doing it for me. Like it was to the point where it was the season finale, and I was like, man, I didn't really realize I just wasn't tracking it that close, you know, even though I was watching the episodes. I was like, season finale, okay, whatever. So haven't watched The Boys. What's the other one you said? There was another one you said, I thought that I
Stranger Things.
No, not Stranger Things. Maybe not. It might have just been those. Star Trek New Worlds. I know you guys aren't really big on that, but I've been
I just started it. I think I'm 4 episodes in. It's great. I got to the one where a horror it was, it's like she had to solve a linguistic problem on this comet or whatever. Yeah, the asteroid. Yeah, I got to that one. So I finished that episode. It's amazing. I really am enjoying it.
So it is, I like it, right? It is pretty good. And again, I haven't watched all of the Star Trek stuff. Like the original series, I know bits and pieces from it. Next Generation was really all I really got into. I didn't watch, Star Trek Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, like all that, all the other spinoffs and whatnot. I wasn't really into those. It kind of slowed down this last episode. I mean, it was a little bit of a tear jerker. I mean, I ain't have tears run down my face, but my eyes up a little bit.
Gotcha. Oh, I know how that is.
I ain't had no tears running down my face, but this last one, I was just kind of like, oh man, that sucks for him.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to give too much away, but been watching that. That's kind of it though. I've started to go back into my Netflix to try to get my money's worth for what I'm paying T-Mobile to try to watch it. Substantiate the cost, you know what I mean? I went on there yesterday and I noticed they had a Netflix movie called The Man from Toronto. Have you guys seen this preview? Woody Harrelson.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I saw the trailer for it.
Yeah, I probably want to see that.
I put it in my queue. It's out.
It is out. Okay. Yeah. I gotta watch that then. Yeah, because that's Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. Right?
Harrelson, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of funny and it's got action in it, right? From the trailer, right? It could be the only scene action, but Kevin Hart, him acting funny, I like. I know some a bit much, but I like that. And Woody Harrelson, like he's funny because he's kind of like Robert De Niro, right? Like he's not outwardly like, hey, look at me funny, but like you don't expect that to come out of him. So it's funny, you know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna give that a watch and then see what's going on with that. But that might be it. That might be all I started watching the series The Old Man with Jeff Bridges. Have you guys seen that one?
I seen the trailer for it.
It's on Hulu.
It's like Hulu, right?
Yeah. It's good. LeVon, you'll probably be like, man, I'm surprised you like this, all this talking. You know what I mean? But it's an interesting story. I I think it's one of those things where there's something else behind all of it that, like, when you get to the end, you're gonna be like, oh man, I kind of knew, that was happening.
Right. Something was deeper in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
But yeah, The Old Man with Jeff Bridges is pretty good. The synopsis is that he's a guy from the CIA. Like, he's been off the grid. He's been using an assumed alias for 30 years, and all of a sudden, he comes back into it again. Like, his name comes up. They're looking for him, and so it's like Jeff Bridges at like 70 some odd years old. You know what I mean? Like, having to fend people off, and you're just like, ooh.
Okay.
It's very realistic, right? Because like a lot of this stuff, the hero never gets hit, right? Like, no, he takes his whoopings,
right, right.
I mean? So
yeah, not like old school Bruce Lee where you're like, you didn't get touched.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that. It's like
so it's kind of like what was it? Nobody.
Oh yes.
That's like, okay.
Cross? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So he's again, he's a 70-year-old man. So like, it's not like with Steven Seagal. Although there is that one clip you sent, LeVon, where Seagal got it handed to him. I'd never seen that before. Was that you?
Oh,
with Tyson.
With Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Mike Tyson. Yeah. Dude, like, Steven Seagal, I don't think I'd ever seen him get hit in a movie until this. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, he getting whooped. You know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, it's an interesting series. It's only 3 episodes in, and I think they show on Thursdays, I think, because the last one I think played on the 23rd. So yeah, 3 episodes in so far, and it's not bad. It's worth the watch if you give it. If you don't like after the first episode, don't continue. But I think it'll keep you going. So.
Yeah, it caught my eye when I saw the trailer for it. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I gotta put it in my queue though. I'm gonna check it out sometime.
The Old Man. But that's pretty much it for me. Well, that's pretty much it for me. What about you, Ryan?
So while we're on break, I got watched the Stranger Things, this recent like finale series, whatever you want to call it, series finale. There it is. With the kids every day. Fell asleep every single time. It wasn't because it was boring, because I was severely jet lagged.
Yeah,
I really wanted to watch it, so I kept falling asleep, and I would wake up during like the worst scenes, people getting twisted up, and I'm like, "What? How did we get here?" I got to rewatch the whole thing before the rest of the finale, because I think it's 2 more episodes, right? Like 2 more, like almost 2-hour long episodes about to drop, and that's it. So it seemed good. I got the gist of what's going on, but I want to watch it to like actually watch an episode. Like I didn't finish not one episode all the way through. I was so tired. I started Star Trek, Brave New Worlds. I really enjoy that. I'm not caught up, but I need to get caught up. Excuse me, lose my voice. What else did I watch? I watched a bunch of stuff, but no games were played. I downloaded a bunch of stuff. Like I got Trek the Yomi to finish. I downloaded Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. So I definitely want to play through that. That was one of my favorite games when I was a kid. Was the I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade. Like we had one with the balls rolling down the stairwell. You had to dodge the balls, whatever. Like that was one of my favorite games. I never beat it. I definitely want to jump on this one. Yeah, I definitely want to get into this one. But I can't not study and play games, right? Like can't do both.
Right.
So I'm definitely gonna jump into that. And there was another game I downloaded that was on the Game Pass, but now I need to get. You said it's called
Echo Generations.
Echo Generations. I want to preload that one. I'm download that
it's
one.
actually pretty good. It's a really good one.
Yeah, and then pretty much it. Just been trying to study, and I remember. I think our last episode I talked about the new Kendrick album. I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I probably listened to that thing like 25 times.
Oh dang!
Back to back.
Dang.
It was like I let it in. I embraced the therapy, and I'm like, this is a really good album. So I've been listening to that a lot. Yeah, and no other really good music drop. Like pretty much just that, and then there's been a few singles or whatever. So I haven't really been listening to much. Mostly just music to not have silence. So I've been listening to a lot of like study type music. You know what I mean? Like just something in the background, keep me going. And I think we talked about Top Gun, right? I think that was the
that
last thing we
mentioned.
talked about. Was I saw Top Gun. I did not see Jurassic World Dominion. I was hoping to catch it, but I didn't have time while I was gone. And when I came back, they played it the weekend I came back, but I was too tired. I was like, I'm gonna go in the theater and fall asleep. So
Yeah,
I did not see. I haven't heard really good things about it either.
yeah.
So
I saw some
whenever,
negative reviews. Yeah,
yeah,
it
whenever I
wasn't like
see it, I
doing too
see
well.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then oh, I just lost it just that fast. It was the boys. I'm really feeling that. The boys are really good. I don't know. I think Shannon will like it, but there was I think in the last episode there's a musical number, and I'm like, they might lose Shannon right there.
I'm out. I'm out.
You might lose Shannon
Yeah,
right
I heard
there.
about that.
Yeah, but it was good. It was
I'm sure it's
it
pretty
made
crazy.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know
So,
this whole thing that builds up to that. Because I
yeah.
haven't got to that part yet, but I heard about it, and I know
Yeah,
that
I was like,
yeah,
oh, right there. I was like, that's a
Shannon's gonna be out.
Shannon's gonna be upset. It's not gonna like.
I don't understand the reason for it, and everybody does it. I don't get it. Like all these shows, they'll have a musical episode. I'm just like, why are we doing this?
Everybody, every series has to have a musical. Even Grey's Anatomy had a music episode.
Oh my gosh.
Every series has to have a musical episode.
Isn't that a medical drama? Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
I never watched it, but like it's a drama.
It is. But I mean, they had like 20,000 seasons though. So
yeah, and you know what? Shonda Rhimes, right? Am I
Yeah.
saying her name right? Yeah, I was gonna say it's not Rhonda Shimes, is it? Shonda Rhimes. Like she's doing what she do. Like she making her money. She's doing whatever.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go
She
see
moved
her.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So-
moved on. Like Bridgerton's killing it. I didn't watch the I watched the first season of Bridgerton. I liked it. I actually watched it by myself. It was crazy. I did not watch the
Okay.
second.
Why would you put that on tape? Why would you?
Hey, I put it out there. Apparently, I don't study it and I watch Bridgerton. There it is.
Right.
That's the sound bite. You cannot be president.
This will be used against you. This is one of those skeletons that's going to jump out in the closet when you run for
Right.
public office, right here.
Like, look at him. Like it's got the where they freeze on your face in the worst possible moment, and then goes to black and white.
It's going to be your Air Force Times picture. That's always the worst picture. Like it's never an official photo. It's always like, where did they find this picture?
at? It's like you throwing
Right.
up the middle fingers. Like I never threw the middle finger up in any picture, but they found one. Flipping everybody the bird. They put it on Air Force Times. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I've been getting it in when it comes to media and whatnot. But today's golf. I'm getting my first golf lesson. So because I'm retiring back in Florida, right? So I gotta be golf ready. So I'm getting my first lesson today. And so golf lesson and then test. So that is my tentative schedule for the day. I cannot wait for this next 4-day weekend. I'm already tired.
So when you say you're getting a lesson, so like for the club on the station, they're giving out lessons, or
So they do, but their time, like they do it like right after work. Like I would have to change at work, like immediately go to the golf course to get it done. They're working on just in that time. This is from a person who plays golf in the tournaments. So he's gonna walk us around and try to give us some basic pointers so we can start to engage with it, right? Because I've golfed once, but terrible at it, right? Because I didn't know what I was doing. It's just a bunch of people giving me advice as we go over the holes. So it's supposed to like give me like this is how golf works type lesson, and go from there. So that's the plan.
enjoy that.
That's gonna be good. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. So that's pretty much my agenda. But after this test, I will hopefully pass. I will I will then get some games in. But even if I don't do well in it, I'm still gonna get some games in. But then I'll go back to the drawing board. Like, okay, I need to do these things to make sure I pass it this next time.
Yeah, you pass it. Don't worry. You got this, man.
Got it.
I'm gonna give you positive energy.
Got it. But yeah, it pretty much sums it up for me. Excited to be doing the podcast again. I don't know if we're gonna do the 4th of July weekend or not. Like we'll talk about that offline. Like we might have another break coming up, but I'll post on the social media so people know what to expect. But yeah, that's about it. Is trying to get back into doing work.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. One thing I was going to mention real quick earlier, I forgot to mention, because I know I mentioned this maybe the last time we talked. I think so, because I was talking about old enough. It's like the Japanese kids that are like sent on errands.
Oh yeah.
We finished that off like just today. Actually, we finished the last two episodes, and it's just like a heartwarming. It had my allergies acting up a little bit in some of the scenes. You know, the allergies start to go a little bit, but it's just like so very wholesome, very sweet. Seeing some of these kids like try their best doing their thing, and then same thing with the parents. Like it's kind of like don't go. They're kind of like it's hard for the parents to watch the kids like leave and do something like kind of like the growing up kind of thing. But it's pretty heartwarming. I think it's a pretty good series. I think Shannon might like it. He might appreciate it since you too, Ryan. I think especially if people have kids, I think we kind of probably have kind of relate it back to your kids a little bit. Like, oh man, this is just like my first time my kid did something on his own type thing.
Right.
But
I don't want to watch that. Like I know my kid will eventually have to leave the nest. You know what I mean? But like I don't want to see it. I'm like, oh,
right. You might your allergies might.
Thinking, like it's only my allergies because there's no tears running down.
Right. No tears. I don't have
to. But I don't want to have to think about that for the next few hours. Like, oh man, you know what I mean? Because like I always think of like my youngest when it comes to that, right? Like she's 4, and I'm like, man, is she gonna leave in 14 years?
Right. What's she gonna do?
what's the world gonna be like in 14 years? See, I'm already thinking about it, man.
Right. Yeah, no, I got you all down now already.
Ryan, wrap this up. I'm sick of this.
Right? So I think that pretty much does it for this episode. But just please continue to tune in, please. Hit us up on all of our social medias. We have way more interaction on LinkedIn, but we're also on Twitter, TikTok, things of that nature. Definitely continue to listen to our past content. So like we're like, I can't remember what episode we're on right now, but we're up there, right? We're in the 240s, 250s, I think, something like that. Like it's pretty high up there. So we got some bangers from back in the day. Go back and listen to those as well.
That's right.
And then thank you for your continued support. You can hit me up personally. I'm at RY Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. I'm on Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and I forgot one. Clubhouse. There it is. I have not been on Clubhouse in a very long time though. But then hit me up if you have any questions or you want to give us feedback. Definitely give us feedback. And you, LeVon?
Yeah, you can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.